bar, Sunset Boulevard.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and pACT, podcasting for all coming together. We'd like to welcome you again today. Thankfully, this is going to be this is so weird. I just look back here and now you can see all of my file cabinets and stuff. Green screen, for some reason, is no longer covering everything. So now you can see all my horror story of where I just shove all my junk back there. So, welcome to my behind the scenes look there. So it looks like I tried to fix my camera, and in all actuality, all I ended up doing was making a mess. Me making a mess. No way. Couldn't be. So we have a lot of exciting things happening right now in the Community Pay It Forward world. Okay, thank you, Sarah. But one of the first things that we want to tell you is what's right behind me. The Community Dare to Care shop is now open. It's a dollar store that cares a whole lot more. Basically, what happens is now with the help of Z-World Webs, Community Pay It Forward and Z-World Webs have acquired a dollar store. And it's a dollar store that you order things from your couch. It gets delivered right to your door. Here's the kicker. Every time you make a purchase, you send 2 donations. Okay. One of them goes to BCP. Part of your donation for your order goes to BCP, which is Veterans Community Project, which helps, which is actively working towards saving veteran lives. And then you get to pick your other mission. All you got to do is take and follow this little QR code right here, download that and shop at one of these stores or shop at the dollar store, or you can shop at one of the other stores that's on there, including InPhone, Pampered Chef, Detox, and as of today, Sweet Sheets. So we're building this affiliate going, and we have created a mall-in-one. How do you like that play on words, ladies? Instead of all-in-one, mall-in-one. I'm a smart guy. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of shiny objects today, and guess what? It worked. So, but yes, we've got our mall-in-one going, and we're really proud. And I want to thank Z-World Webs and Mr. Z for everything that he's done. He's my hero. He's my, one of my very best friends, and I couldn't be doing this without him. So I thank you so very much. We've got another very, very exciting thing going on, and that is this right here, all this paperwork. This is new additions to the Community Pay It Forward fundraising, our Community Pay It Forward program. These are all new members who have joined us in the last 24 to 48 hours, and I could not be more happy. We've got Diggs Brown, which is the founder of Veteransplaza NoCo. We are going to be watching a video a little bit later on today about Veteransplaza NoCo. It's here in Northern Colorado. It's all about serving honor, serving memories to people who have served our country. Wonderful, wonderful program. And now, anytime you shop with one of our wonderful partners, you can donate to Veteransplaza NoCo, along with so many other ventures that are out there, people trying to raise money for good causes, or people who are attempting to just get back on their feet. So if you'd like more information, please make sure you visit us at www.communitypayitforward.us. Once again, that's www.communitypayitforward.us. We've also been joined by Susan Yolowinsky, who is going to be tentatively joining us a little bit later on. She was on the road, but she is with Sweet Sheets. Once again, one of our new mall-in-one. I get to keep saying it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Sonia Stevens is our newest member. She just joined about 25 minutes ago. Sonia Stevens is a wedding planner and wedding photographer. Here's a funny story for you. After I was run off the road, when I woke up, the first thing I thought of is, oh my God, how is my bike? When am I going to get back to riding? How bad is Ellie? How bad did I mess her up? All this other stuff. Second thing is okay, well, my life has changed. I've got a fractured skull, busted face, broken neck. What am I going to do from now on? Well, my first thought was I'm going to get into event planning. My second thought happened just seconds after that. I'm talking seconds after that. And that was like, wait a minute. I don't like people near enough to try to plan a wedding for them. Okay. And that was just one of the things that it instantly shot me back to reality going, no, I cannot plan a wedding. Look, I've been married twice and I'm engaged again. And those three women didn't want to show up to a Zach Clayton wedding. So, I cannot plan a wedding. Let's put it that way. Celebrate a divorce, I can probably help you do that. But if I try to plan your wedding, you're probably not going to last very long. So, but now we have Miss Sonia Stevens who can help us with that. She is a photographer and a wedding planner, and she was going through some of the trainings that she had. She trained with Martha Stewart. She trained with all these other big names. I mean, this isn't some lady who sits in her kitchen and plans. She actually knows what she's doing. So we want to welcome Sonia Stevens to the program. Finally, we've got Angel Sun, who has joined our program. Wonderful, wonderful person in California. She specializes in ASEA, which is a cellular health, wellness, fitness, and athlete and anti-aging alternative medicine. Yeah, let's see. You try to say that all in one breath. I mean, I got the tongue the size of a sausage. That's hard for me to say stuff like that. So, I can't hardly say my name, let alone something like that. But these are all just new people who have added to the Community Pay It Forward family. And it's very simple. All those names you just heard, the new partners, when you shop with them, they give us a referral fee. We take that referral fee and we take your new customer and we go, hey, who would you like to support out of all these people who have asked us for help? They give us this referral fee. We take 80% of that referral fee and send it to those people who need this help. This is all about trying to help others in need. So if you want to find out more, please visit us at www.communitypayitforward.us, www.communitypayitforward.us. We would like to remind everybody that this is upcoming Memorial weekend. I was thinking Labor Day weekend for some reason. I guess I already want the Christmas and stuff to get here. I should bite my own tongue now, or really hit myself in the head and rethink my whole life choices after saying something ridiculous like that. But no, it's Memorial Weekend. Please make sure that, yes, this is about ones who lost their lives. But you know what? Let's remember that every day we should think about the men and women who have fought for this country, who have given up of themselves for the freedoms that we have. No, this country's not in a great place right now, but you know what? That's not because those kids aren't trying hard. Those kids are out there busting their butts every day. One of the groups that we work with who is out there trying to make a difference every day is our great friends at Hopestock. And we would like you to make sure that you get with them and help sponsor Hopestock for Project Die Hard. Just go to projectdiehard.org and you can get more information. They are looking for sponsors for their events, which are July 29th through 31st. Anytime that you sponsor Hopestock, you get, we will, here at Community Pay It Forward, we will up that package and we'll run a commercial for you through the end of August when you when you do a gold or a platinum sponsorship with Hopestock. We totally believe, okay, now I'm a Valley girl. I don't know what happened there, but we're totally doing weird things now. But we completely believe in what they're doing. And matter of fact, we're kind of partners in it. So The other person that we're looking for help for right now is our great friends at Martyred Angels. Martyred Angels is also one of our wine missions for this month. And what happens there is we've teamed with One Hope Wines, and anytime that you purchase a bottle of wine right now, it goes to help Martyred Angels. But they have a wonderful event on the 18th of June. And if you're in the Boulder area, I encourage you to go and talk to John. Martyred Angels is all about helping parents and families recoup after the devastating loss of a child. We're going to be having another guest who's also having an event, and she's going to explain how you can sponsor her event. We'll be bringing up Zita here in just a little bit, and she can talk more about Zita's Healthy Beginnings. We've also got a new code for Zita's Healthy Beginnings that all you have to do is scan her QR code. And whenever you do that and you shop with any of our partners, Zita's Healthy Beginnings can be one of the causes that you donate to simply by doing the shopping you already need to do. So it's, community pay it forward fundraising program. We're just trying to find a way to make it to where no matter if you make $20,000 in a year or $200,000 in a year, we're finding a way for you to donate and make sure that you can help other people. Well, I think you've heard about enough of me talking today. I know I've listened to me talk quite a bit today, and I've had enough of me talking today. So I'm going to bring on beautiful people who are better at talking than I am, and definitely a lot more interested than I am. Our first guest today is somebody that I met in a networking venture, and we unfortunately haven't been able to talk in the last couple of weeks because this networking venture took a different direction, but I'm hoping to talk to her a lot more. She concentrates, she engages, inspires, and empowers her clients and corporate employees to move towards their best self. And her name is, and I know I'm going to mess this up, so I'm just going to ask for forgiveness before I even bring you on, but Michelle Sugiyama. Did I get it even close?
That was perfect, Zach. Absolutely perfect.
Look at that. I did something right today. I'm astonished. Also joining us today right now is the aforementioned wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guest, wonderful friend, beautiful, beautiful person, Miss Zita from World of Women. Zita, I can see the top of your head, kind of. There we go. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing great. How are you, Zach?
Doing very, very
Michelle.
good.
Hi, Zita.
So, Michelle, why don't you tell us a little, we're going to start with you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about mindful eating, please?
Sure, absolutely. So, on top of the everyday stressors of life, just because life happens all the time and there's a lot going on, there's a lot of hats that people wear. There's crazy things going on in the world too, like COVID still hanging around, gas prices are increasing, insurance. I mean, everything is going up. Oh my gosh, I just say insurance because I was just looking for insurance. But anyway, it affects how we eat and what we eat. And so often we just gobble our food down without even noticing and appreciating the wonderful colors, the aromas, the flavors, the textures, and of our food, and also how it can heal, restore, repair our bodies, as well as give us energy and good brain health, right, at a cellular level. And so mindful eating is really about taking the time to enjoy the food that is keeping you alive, right? And really noticing everything. It's not a diet, which is awesome, right? It's not about eliminating any type of food or eating any type of food. You can do it with whatever you're eating, but really just notice it. And there's many things with mindful eating, but that's just one aspect.
When you say that you don't have to eliminate anything, can you give us an example of somebody who may not have the prototypical, let's say, healthy diet? Let's say, oh, I don't know, maybe some big fat guy that sits around and loves his steak and potatoes, his chocolate, and his Diet Pepsi because he tries to keep his girlish figure. And that girlish figure really exploded somewhere back in the 90s, but we're not going to go into that. What would mindful eating help me do?
Sure. And I'll even tell you a little bit of how I got into it and why I got into it.
Perfect.
And the reason is because I suffered on and off for 15 years with an eating disorder.
Okay.
Right. And it is something that I can't even believe that I am internationally telling people, because at the time it was so shameful. And I always felt guilt about eating food, because what would happen was that I would eat food to numb my stress or other types of maybe negative emotions or other eating triggers, because we can get hit with multiple eating triggers all at the same time over the course of the entire day, right? And so I was doing this to numb my stress, anxiety, and depression, and then I would overeat or blow my diet, and then I would mentally flog myself, right? So then I would add more stress. So for anybody, so mindful eating is beneficial for anybody. It could be somebody who just wants a better relationship with food, who wants to maybe lose weight, who wants to reduce the risk for chronic disease. But for anybody, you can take your favorite food, whether or not that's a chocolate chip cookie, a steak, or something like that, and really be mindful of how your body, mind, and environment are, right? First of all, the main thing for me, when I started to really notice that I really need to be aware, was ask myself questions, be aware, be present in the moment. Like, take that split second and say, gosh, am I truly hungry? Or am I getting hit by an eating trigger, right? Or am I getting hit by an environmental trigger, maybe because I saw my favorite brownie at the coffee shop. I went in for coffee, but all of a sudden now I'm, ordering a brownie because I got hit by that environmental trigger of sight or smell, right? Did I smell those chocolate chip cookies that my significant other's baking? And all of a sudden I'm grabbing, 2, 3, or 4 of them. So it's about being completely present and aware, right? And that's kind of the basis of mindfulness, right? Which is a very old tradition that stems back to, hundreds of years for, the Eastern philosophy of mindfulness.
Can you give us an example of one? Can you just give us an example of like what you try to tell people to maybe help them through difficulties?
Sure. There are so many tools and strategies that people can use when it comes to eating triggers. And that's a lot of what I teach about. I would say one of the biggest things right now is stress, right? We've got so much stress going around, just global stress, right? And it truly affects us in ways that we don't know. I mean, we might not think it is affecting us, but it actually is, especially what's going on right now in Texas and what's going on in Ukraine. And so when we are in these stressful moments, the first thing is to, once again, am I actually hungry, or am I stressed out? Am I frustrated? Am I going through some kind of anxiety? And if we have decided that, yes, this is just an eating trigger and I'm not truly hungry, then there are some things that you can do and choose more healthful alternatives. And 3 things that are extremely helpful is to walk, talk, or relax. Right? So walking is a fantastic way to reduce stress quickly. And it doesn't mean you have to walk for a half an hour, right? You can just simply walk down your stairs, walk around your house, go around your workplace, but just something to make you come back to center and to get away from that stress. The other thing is talking, right? You can call up a great friend or a family member and just have a nice conversation. Relaxing could be listening to music, journaling. It could be, breathing, doing deep breathing exercises. And I teach about some what I call box breathing, which is a very simple, quick, easy way to, once again, relieve stress, come back to center. and not grab for, chocolate chip cookies. But I might also add, if you've decided that you do need something to comfort you, some kind of food to comfort you, that's okay too. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use food to comfort you, but there's, things that you can do to do it so it's more mindful, right?
Yeah. Zita works a lot with women. She's a doula, and she'll be explaining a lot of this. Women during pregnancy right now, are women experiencing more? And Zita, you can actually pop in on this one as well. But are women experiencing more difficulties and more stress during this time? We know that everybody is in general, but are we noticing that there's a problem that maybe different eating can take and help them through the pregnancy? Is there anything that we can do to help relax them this way by maybe healthier eating? Either one of you, that's fine. Michelle, do you have anything that a pregnant woman, do you have any plans that maybe can help a pregnant woman with stressful eating?
Sure. And I think, when women are pregnant, that is the most critical time to get those amazing nutrients, phytochemicals, also known as plant chemicals, in that body to help nourish that baby. And, when you're already uncomfortable, right? Because you're pregnant and it's getting hot outside because it's, starting to be summer. I would say, once again, those three things, walk, talk, relax, right, is going to be extremely helpful for a pregnant woman. All right. It's something you can easily do at any time, right? Just take a little bit of time to just de-stress. And I've certified in pregnant women and breastfeeding women. And, the best thing I think that they can do, or actually just about everybody can do, is flood your body with plants.
Yeah.
Right? Fruits and vegetables.
Good
nourishment.
That's actually really interesting yesterday, because Zita, you mentioned on your show, World of Women, and thank you for joining us today. But you mentioned on your show how important right now breastfeeding is. And this isn't just, this isn't just one of those things because of, the shortage of what's going on. That's always been one of those things that they've always said, that it is, it's important. It's healthier for the baby.
Yes.
And right now, why is breastfeeding so much more important than say bottle feeding?
So we know that through all the ages, humans have always sorted for food that really nourish their body, their soul, and their spirit. And women have always breastfed their babies. All kinds of animals have done that.
Yeah.
So we, the higher animals, should actually learn from the lower animals that they don't feed their babies anything other than their breast milk. And breast is best, that we learned, regardless of what they're saying out there, because your breast milk is the best food that your baby needs. Not only that it protects the baby from all kinds of infection, it also protects you from having breast cancer, ovarian cancer. So it really helps women who are trying to do family planning or not getting pregnant so soon after a baby was born. If you follow breastfeeding strictly, that helps you to do that. So you don't even need any additional hormone to help you do family planning, which might even give you another problem down the road. Now, women who want to lose that extra weight, when you breastfeed your baby, that is the best way to lose weight naturally. You are regulating the temperature of your baby. You're regulating the way baby digests food. We are talking about stress, anxiety out
Yeah.
there. There's a lot of mental health issues flying around among women, different family members. But when a woman tries to breastfeed her baby, it brings a certain comfort to her and to that baby. That skin to skin touch does a lot of things to you. When people are anxious, when people are really kind of depressed, what they need is that physical touch, the healthy touch. And we know that through breastfeeding, you and your baby are bonding. Your baby is able to be consoled and not really go like that with all that is going on. Because guess what? When women are pregnant, all this crazy stuff going on in the world, they kind of internalize them. And guess what? The baby is also feeling it. So a baby comes out so insecure, so afraid of what is going on, jittering. But when you cuddle that baby and breastfeed the baby and make sure the baby's temperature is warm and letting that baby know that you're okay, you're loved, we are here, you are safe. You're not only helping the baby, you're also helping yourself, consoling yourself, and say, yes, after all these 9 months or even 10 for some people, this is a proof. This is what I reaped. This is my harvest. This is mine. So as you're saying, this is yours, the baby's also saying, this is my mom. So there is a bond, a special kind of bond that we do not even see, that are sustaining women all over the world, dealing with all the calamities that they're dealing with. Because women are juggling a lot.
Yeah.
When you're pregnant, as Michelle said, everything even exaggerates, including the way you walk and where you eat and where you sleep and all that, because the whole hormones are really exaggerated. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And when you eat, you're eating for more than one person. And you need to eat healthy, because whatever you put in your body is going to report your baby takes as well. So eating healthy becomes very important. Drinking a lot of healthy water is very important, because dehydration on its own can set anybody, not only women, go crazy. Once your brain is lacking water, the normal water, and at a right quantity, if it does not get that, that's what sends people into the ER. So just so we know that there's more to all this, the mindful eating, Michelle just said too, a lot of us in this country are so in a haste. We are so multitasked. We are watching TV, we're writing journals, we're doing this, we are eating, we are drinking, we're walking. It's crazy. There's no concentration. You need to really take time to eat and drink and settle.
There, that's I mean, there's so much that women have to worry about during that time. Michelle, what kind of diets do you and I use diets, and I know that that's not the word I'm supposed to use, but what kind of programs would you suggest for, let's say, a mother who is experiencing her first pregnancy? What kind of thing would you tell her to definitely try to incorporate and definitely try to avoid? What kind of things would you tell them?
Sure. And I think it's really important for mothers, and really for many other people, for everybody really, that we want to really put as many clean foods in our body as we can, right? I'm a real big proponent of the Mediterranean diet, just for anti-inflammation reasons, right? And it's going to have good fats. So a long time ago, and I'm going to date myself here, remember the low fat diet? We were all crazy about eating no fat, and then we were eating a ton of junk food, a lot of carbs, right? And that just is not healthy for babies at all. They need the right fat for brain development, and we need the right fat as well for cognition, for energy, for inflammation, right? We need really good fat. So I like the Mediterranean diet because it's concentrating on a lot of plants, healthy fats, healthy carbs, right? So, and healthy proteins. So you've got the good macronutrients right there, fats, carbs, and proteins. And then with the plants, you're really giving your body the micronutrients that we need more of, really, in America anyway, because we have the standard American diet, which is SAD, SAD, right? Because we just don't eat enough plants, and we don't eat enough fiber. So it's really important that we boost up on the plants for fiber, because we need like about 30 grams a day, and literally some people don't even eat 5 or 10 grams of fiber a day. And then also we can get a lot of hydration from plants because they're high in water. So there's so many great things about the Mediterranean diet that I love, and I think it's a very healthy diet for pregnant women as well as everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zita, I saw you completely agree with her when she said Mediterranean diet. Is that one of the things that you try to? And look,
Yes.
I know that you also deal with a lot of women over in Africa, and that makes
Yes.
the diets quite a bit more difficult. I don't want to say a little more difficult. What do you try to do for these women who are in a place where food isn't as easily gained as it is here? How do you try to help them make sure that they're nourishing themselves properly when there's no food really to be, when food is more of a it's more exciting to have food than like an everyday occurrence like we are here in America?
Yeah, like Michelle said, and that is why I stress that women breastfeed. That whatever you eat, really your baby benefits a lot, especially when you don't really have a whole lot of food available, and not really just having food, but having healthy food, not like snacks and all this kind of stuff. Now, in Africa, for example, a lot of our food is Mediterranean kind of. So you have a lot of vegetables. People even plant that in their backyard. So sweet potatoes, people use even the leaves of sweet potatoes, cassava leaves. They use it, the yams. They use all those natural that are really, really cultural plants that they use actually after birth. So they use, some of them use what we call the yam, not this kind of yam you find here. They're really bigger tuberous yams. And then they use fresh fish, either fresh fish or dried fish. And they make it like soup. Put all kinds of spices in there, ginger, oregon, and all kinds. Put everything in there, cayenne pepper, and that's what women take in their first 14 days after birth. What that does is that it cleans your inside. It helps the uterus to go back to its a normal position. It also helps the woman to get stronger with all those spices. And I know right here in the United States, a lot of people don't eat spices, especially the ones that are born here. But spices are very good for you. And that's part of Mediterranean stuff too, because they're loaded with anti-inflammatory, all antioxidants and stuff like that. So fruits and vegetables, looking to eat more of fish than meat, is because naturally we don't really get a whole lot of meat. So, which is a good thing. I keep telling my mothers, I'm like, don't even worry if you don't have all kinds of meat, because guess what? They're not even really healthy for you. But if you're able to get fish of different kinds, get your spice, get your fruits and vegetables, which they have a lot. If they can eat that you're really good to go, because you're getting your fiber, you're getting your protein from fish, and getting even some of the vitamins from vegetables of all kinds. So And then you have fruits, you have pineapple, you have oranges, you have lemons, you have mangoes, you have all kinds of tropical fruits. So yes, those women, that is what is sustaining them. Because if not for that, I don't think women will really make it in that part of the world. Because when it comes to food as we know it here, it's not available there. But concentrating on Mediterranean, and even here, I keep telling my women, listen, Mediterranean food is the best food for you. I don't care what anybody is telling you, and especially if you're breastfeeding, try Mediterranean food because it's loaded with antioxidants, and you can't have enough of it. You eat it, you're feeling light, you're feeling energized, as opposed to stuffing yourself with all these animal products that makes you heavy, gives you all kinds of, even obesity we're talking about today are all coming from that. And then it doesn't give you time for your inside to really clean out, and make you go back to your pre-gravid stage. But if you're eating Mediterranean, yes, it helps you very fast to do that, as well as other benefits. So yes, women first-time moms, there are a lot of stuff they can do, including sleeping a lot. They need rest, they need help, they need support, not only from their immediate family. Community support works. And right now, what I'm struggling to do is to challenge policies that will really help women, that will recognize women and give them the time they need after having their babies. A lot of countries are doing 6 months postpartum. If you really want a woman to breastfeed for 6 months, then you're going to support her. Because breastfeeding is not an easy job. It's possible, but it's not easy. So I am working towards the policy advocacy part of this to make sure that, yes, women are being supported through policies, and they're being given what they need to be able to accomplish the job we're expecting them to take on. Because it's not really fair to expect somebody to stay with a baby 24/7 without really providing for them. How are they going to survive?
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Right. And they definitely, it's, you're going to succeed more if you definitely have a little more support. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Michelle, let me ask you this real quick question. There's always all these new fad diets that come out. Did they drive you crazy?
They do a little bit.
Okay.
They do.
Thank God. It drives me insane that one day, something's good for you. The next day, it's the worst thing in the world you can eat. And it's just like going, wait, what are you doing? Thank God most of them are stuff that I don't like to eat anyway. So it's fine with me. But I mean, still, it's never been, you don't ever see chocolate on there. So that's all I know. So I'm safe. But what do you tell people whenever there is a new diet that comes up? How do you tell people to investigate it to make sure it's right for their body? Because let's be honest, every single one of us, we have our own different bodies. So one diet cannot be good for everybody. It just, I don't see how it can be.
You're exactly right, Zach. We are all so different biologically, our genetics, our DNA, our family history, our upbringing. And really, it's all about, it's kind of an experiment. We have to experiment on ourselves. I mean, basically, right, to find out what really works for us. And yes, I mean, it is about research, right? Do your research, find out whether or not you think that that's the right diet for you. And if you're going to try it, then you can experiment. But there's some things, that I don't know. I don't know if I would experiment myself on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have had friends that have had really good luck doing keto, and I've had friends that have just done well, and then they went back to what they were doing pre-keto, and they gained extra weight.
Mhm.
And so for some people, it can work well and it's sustainable for them. I don't know for the long term, 20 years or so, like how their body's going to do, especially if they're eating a lot of processed meats, fatty meats, right? What their hearts, what's going to happen inside their veins and their hearts. But the jury's out on that.
Do you know that is one of the things that there's a commercial from way back that just really kind of proves to what you just said, and it's these doctors prefer this kind of cigarette. I remember not seeing those commercials myself because thank God I wasn't born back then, but these black and white commercials, I remember seeing these commercials where you got doctors standing bedside smoking cigarettes and they're talking about the 9 out of 10 doctors prefer this cigarette. It's like, what? Huh?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was back in the day when smoking was not only good for you, but it helped keep your stress down. It was good for your diet. Smoking was a magic thing at one point in time. Granted, you only lived to be 38, but still, smoking was a wonderful thing. So, but it really concerns me that all of a sudden, everybody's taken and switching from one diet to another diet to another diet. And I find it kind of funny that these are the same people that'll jump from diet to diet to diet. They're also the same ones that when something like and I'm not trying to get into an argument about this, so people out there who want to argue with me, shush. But these are the same people that when the vaccine comes out, they're like, oh, I ain't going to try that. Who knows what that's going to do to my body? Well, you don't know what anything is going to do to your body until you do it, right?
Yeah, very true.
So, tell us a little bit about your books.
Oh, sure. So I was in 2 anthologies, and amazingly, they made #1 international best-selling, both of them. And the first book is a chapter that I wrote called Breaking Free with Mindfulness. And it was really about my story of, some of the trials and tribulations that I had with an eating disorder. And really, giving people tips on what to do. It was a very short chapter, and hopefully I'll come out with a whole solo book about mindful eating. And then the second book, my chapter was called Embracing Your Journey with a Bumpy Wheel. Because we all go through life with so much going on, and there's so many dimensions of wellness, right? There's about 8 dimensions of wellness. And when we think about wellness, we think of just about eating, exercising, and maybe sleeping. But then there's intellectual wellness, emotional wellness, social wellness. As we know now with COVID for 3 years, that social aspect of wellness just really took a dive. And all of these dimensions can affect other dimensions. So if your social wellness goes down the tubes, that can affect your physical wellness, your eating or your sleeping, right? Or your exercise. And so the second chapter was really about like, how do we look at wellness as a whole, right? And I have like a wellness wheel activity that people can download and do just to take a peek, right? At that point of time of their life. Is there any dimension that I need to work on, right? That might be affecting maybe my physical wellness, right? But to do it with self-compassion and self-empathy, right? So don't do the activity and then beat yourself up about it if you feel like you're lacking in one dimension. But really it's about, creating that wellness wheel where it's not always going to be this perfectly round circle, right? We're going to have little dips and we're going to have like an imperfect wheel, and that's okay. We need to embrace that journey, right? But what can we learn?
So people can hire you for speaking engagements. People can hire you for other things. How do they get a hold of you, Susan? No, I'm sorry.
That's good.
I was sending a message for Susan. I'm so sorry for Michelle. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I did that on purpose. I did that because I wanted to bring in Susan. to join our conversation as well. So yeah, that wasn't a flub up. But how do people get a hold of you?
So for me, my website is mindful-eating.com. It's really important to put that little dash or that hyphen in between mindful and eating.
And don't put 2 L's behind full like I did the first time.
Yep, just one L in mindful. But it is connecting mindfulness and eating. So I really like that dash in between. And then it's the easiest way. Of course, I'm on LinkedIn. So you just look up Michelle Sugiyama. And I know that's a difficult name to spell. But LinkedIn, you can always link in with me there. And my email is super simple. It's just michelle@mindful-eating.com.
All right. Well, thank you. I invite you to please sit back and enjoy the rest of the show with the ladies. Please make sure that you ask any questions if any come to your mind. What I want to do now real quick is I want to bring back in Zita, and I want to ask you about an event that you have coming up. Why don't you go on ahead and explain to us about your event?
Okay. Thank you, Zach, for this opportunity that I have to talk to the audience through your platform. So my name is Zita. I am a nurse and a midwife, and I am a founder of Zita's Healthy Beginnings. And this is a nonprofit organization that takes care of women and children. We are here in the United States as well as in Africa, beginning with Nigeria at this time. So what we do is work with women and children up until 5 years old, because we know that 0 to 5 years are really critical time for a child to really get ready for the adult life. Nutrition wise, like Michelle said, and all kinds of stuff. That is the foundational thing for a woman to really nurture her child, especially during those years. And we do that here through education, advocacy, training of doulas, and helping in so many ways to support women to access health care that we have here that is available, but it's not accessible to all the women that need them, especially the immigrants and minority group. We have found out that there's an increase in the number of mortality in among women and children, and that has really is linked to mainly this population I mentioned. So our focus is trying to support them in any way possible and making sure that we talk to the powers that there are to let them know what is going on with these women and their kids. So in Africa, what we do in addition to what I have mentioned is to try to construct a functional maternity hospital that will really help women to access care, prenatal care during childbirth, postnatal, and child, like I said, 0 to 5, where we can really help them, including vaccinating them against the 6 deadly diseases that kids of that age suffer or are really exposed to. So how I have been doing this, we have relied a lot on individual donors. We've relied a lot in doing events. And one of the events we're going to be doing is coming up in August, and it's online event. It's August the 15th from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's called Make It Happen Maternal Monday Fundraising for Zita's Healthy Beginnings. And that is for mothers. So we are looking forward to having people support us. We have our Eventbrite already out there. We are encouraging people to purchase their tickets. It's $10 until the end of the month, and then it might go up. So please, we're encouraging you to also support us. If you want to be a sponsor, we are looking for sponsors, and we have different levels from 200, 250 and above. My website is http www.linktree, that's LINKTR.ee/Zita Healthy. So you can contact me via email, or I am on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook. I am on Instagram. So please, you're free, and I really implore you to reach out to us to support us. And I also do a World of Women podcast. And what that does is where women thrive. I try to educate women through that platform to learn, to educate one another, to empower women and support one another. And we also bring people with different skills and talents, women and some men, to join us. It's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Wonderful show.
Join us, to talk through what women need, how we can support women, support their kids, because we know that supporting women means supporting the world. If you support one woman, you have really done a whole lot in our global community. And so please, let's just come together, rally around women and support them, because women are really doing a lot. And without a woman, I don't think there's any state or even family that will really thrive without a woman.
Well,
So in a nutshell, that's what I have. And thank you so much, Zach.
Absolutely not a problem. And one of the other ways that you can take and you can help out Zita is by this little form right here. Once again, you have yourself a little QR code. And what you do is you download that QR code, and it will keep, it'll take you to a form. And this form, you hit that QR code, and you can go to all of our partners, including our next guest, who we're going to introduce here real shortly. But you choose one of those partners. As soon as you shop with that partner, all you have to do is scroll down a little bit and either take a picture of your receipt or upload your receipt if you get that email sent to you. And then you put in your name if you want to take and you want to dedicate your receipt, your donation, as it will be to somebody else. There's a place to do that. We ask you, hey, would you like to be on our mailing list? If so, just bring it up. It's a very, very short, very simple email form. But the great thing about it is that we're not going to ask you to send any money in. It's not about the money. You shop with our partners, they will give us a referral fee, and that referral fee we're going to take and we're going to give back to Zita. It's important that Zita continues her mission, and it's important that you support our great partners in their business to make sure that everybody's happy, healthy, and living. So please make sure that you find this QR code. Zita, you're going to be working on getting this on all your Facebook and everything else to where people can have it, but you can also find it on our website at any point in time. So please make sure that you just find this code. You can put it on your phone, and then that way, every time that you have to shop, hit that little button, have that pop up, and see if one of our partners will suit your needs. If they'll suit your needs, all you take and upload your receipt, and you can support Zita and her mission. So very simple, very easy to do. But Zita, I love having you on. I love being part of your show when we can. We know that it's been a little difficult lately because we're in the middle of fostering for children and doing all this other stuff. So my schedule's been a little crazy lately. Plus, we've been coming to new partnerships, and this is fun. I just found out some information that I get to have some fun with. So, hello, Susan. Oh, look at that. You're on mute.
I was hoping you'd get it anyway. How are you?
I am doing great. Susan, you have officially joined the Community Pay It Forward fundraising program today,
I'm so excited.
and we are excited to have you. Can you explain what Sweet Sheets are? Because your program can not only help us at Community Pay It Forward, but you can help many causes by simply helping to get your product into the hands of other people.
Absolutely. So, Sweet Sheets is a company that's 9 years old, but not many people know about our amazing product. So, we are a luxuriously soft sheet company that can put you to sleep. So, just like Michelle was saying, and I'm sorry that I came in so late and I'm going to reach out and talk to you, a good night's sleep, dictates how our next day is going to be, physically and emotionally. And that involves how we're going to eat as well, right, Michelle?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what makes our sheets special, and I have to say, and I love telling people that it was not my intention to become a sheet dealer, but I had looked for a set of sheets that would give me a good night's sleep, and I was on the hunt for years. And when I found out about them, everybody knows that a good word is spread quickly. So I started sharing my great sleep with other people. And then I realized what a pain point it was. People weren't sleeping. People were getting sticky and sweaty, or they were tossing and turning, or they were cold, or they were having allergies, or, they didn't like the feel of their sheets. And so when I started using these sheets, so much changed for me. I started sleeping better, and my family noticed that I started sleeping better. So they said, get more sheets. And I became a part of this company. And now I promote and I help other people get a good night's sleep.
Well, that's great. You signed us up today, and now we are one of, if I remember correctly, we are one of 26 distributors in the United States.
Mm-hmm. There are very few people who sell Sweet Sheets in the U.S., more in Canada. But the nice thing is that, we have become very accustomed to online shopping. So we ship directly to you throughout the States and the U.S., right to your door. Our website is pretty easy to navigate. We have sheet sets in all of the different sizes of beds that you have. And even if you don't have the love of a flat sheet, you can just get a fitted sheet. So we can really accommodate you.
How do people go about finding out exactly if Sweet Sheets is good for their fundraising efforts? How would they go about doing that?
Okay. Do you mean if other people want to have their own fundraiser?
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Okay.
Zita's got her program going, and I'm not sure if you two are working together. I know that we've got similar people working together, but so it's always one of those great things that you can help out anybody who's trying to raise money with this.
Absolutely. So we have our own fundraising division that is not solely for organizations that are not for profit. So if you have any group, church, your daughter's dance company, your kid's baseball team, whomever is looking to raise funds, instead of selling chocolate bars, you can get your own website for free. And Sweet Sheets will pay you for every set of sheets sold. And dollar for dollar, product for product, people do like using and endorsing a household item, and you make more money in the end for it.
Did this say is for non-for-profit or for-profit?
It can be for both.
Oh, okay.
So Zita, she does run I'm pretty sure that we can try to find a way to get you two connected so you can use this to try to help Zita's Healthy Beginnings. I think it would be a perfect thing for you. But one of the things that we are doing with Community Pay It Forward is that we are now an affiliate with Sweet Sheets, and every time that you make a purchase, like with the dollar store, one of the other things that we're doing is we're supporting 2 missions. One of them is our Dare to Care stand-up centers, which deals with trying to help people who are going through tough transitions, say people who are homeless. We're going to be offering them free clothing, free food, housewares, furniture, if they can find a place, getting set up. We're going to help them with some training and doing regular stand downs, which is healthcare checks, haircuts, dental checks, stuff like that, trying to help them out. And so we're going to use Sweet Sheets as a way to help us build these stand-up centers. Plus, you get to choose one more of the missions who have asked us for help, such as Zita's Healthy Beginnings. So you can make 2 donations by ordering the Sweet Sheets from us. Now, saying this, if you were to buy Sweet Sheets from Zita or JR from Veterans Ranch or someone else, I'd be more than happy to get you their information, because it's important to me that you support them. While, yeah, someday I'd like to make a little bit of money, maybe. I think. I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't know what I would do with money. I mean, I might be crazy and go out and buy like a bunch of popsicles, but we could have a lot of fun doing it. We'll just try it. But right now, it truly is more important to me to try to support some of these other great causes, because Zita's got a huge heart for what she does. Susan, you have a huge heart for what you do. Michelle, you've got some wonderful, wonderful information and a huge heart for what you do. And that's one of the reasons why I would buy candy, not popsicles. I'm pretty sure I'd buy candy covered popsicles. That's me. But, and I just love supporting what you ladies are all about, because we do truly believe that, all of us, we're all in the same boat. And if we all start working together, it's going to make life a lot easier. We all know that, we hear all the time about how there's nothing good on the news. Well, ladies, it's a simple fact. You know what? Let's work together. Let's change the let's change the narrative. Let's get out here and work together. And then all of a sudden the news won't have all this stuff to talk about. If we can promote Michelle and her programs, Zita and her programs, talk about getting better sleep with Susan, let's do this. And if we all start pushing in the same direction, we can't be stopped. And so that's what Community Pay It Forward really enjoys, bringing everybody together so we can hopefully make some connections here, like Susan and Michelle. You 2 get together and see what you guys can do. Hopefully you guys will all contact me and we can get you guys all with us. I mean, that would be cool too. I'd enjoy that. But, like I said, our main thing is making sure we're taking care of each other. Susan, who else do you like? Are there any restrictions on who you can help?
The only restriction is that we ship in the US and Canada. So everybody in that area, all those beds can be covered with Sweet Sheets. That
sounds great. So, well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the other thing is that I do want to point out that we have our main website and we have our fundraising websites, and the prices are the same on both. So we are not inflating the prices to be able to help others.
And then, Susan, can you get us, and I'm sorry, I was not prepared, so you can have somebody throw rocks at me here later, but can you give us the website that we need to look at to help you out?
Yeah. I'm going to give you your fundraising website.
That'll work. That's
absolutely. Absolutely. So it's Sweet Sheets, just the way it sounds, SWEETSHEETS.com/CD2C shop.
All right. And all they have to do is go on there. All they have to do is go on there and shop with any of those. And then we are going to turn we're going to turn your purchase into 2 donations to try to help out people. So once again, folks, it's really, really a simple program. And, we really want to take and we want to help out wonderful programs like Sweet Sheets, who gives us this opportunity to tell people about them and to spread their great product. And in order to do that, we also make lives better. So
Mhm.
one of the things that we love to do. So, Susan, do you guys have anything? You guys have a very, very special birthday or anniversary coming up?
Well, we do. So I don't have all of the details, but we are celebrating our 9th
Yeah,
anniversary.
we're all about fly by night on this show, as you can
Yeah,
tell.
we're going to learn that. We're going to learn that next week, what's going to come out in June. But, take a look at the website. I want to tell you that not all sheets are cut from the same cloth. See what I did there? I'm having a very punny day. So they are unique in how they are created and the benefits that they serve. So even if you have a furry pet that, gets all over your bed and you're forever washing dog hair in your sheets, you're going to find that this is a lot different.
Yeah, that's where Adrian, my fiance, said, yeah, I do have a furry pet and he always climbs in bed with me. Yeah, me, but so, but well, I want to thank you so much for joining us, Susan, and I think you did perfect for your first ever podcast. So
Awesome.
great. So we're going to just make a real quick round. Michelle, how can people get a hold of you?
Sure. My website, mindful-eating.com. I am on LinkedIn. I also have a business account on Facebook. I totally agree what Susan was saying. I unpack in my 6-week classes all the reasons why we eat when we're not hungry. And sleep deprivation is definitely one of them. Mm-hmm. So, Susan, you guys are onto something because we all need good quality as well as quantity sleep. So, and if anybody's interested, I have a 6-week mindful eating course coming up in June 2nd. And they're workshops, and what's awesome is that they're only 45 minutes.
Yeah, can you please share that information with me via email, and we will share that when we send this out on our email blast.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zach.
No
It's
problem.
an honor and pleasure being with you today.
Thank you so much for coming on board, and let's definitely keep in contact, and whenever you have anything else going on, let's please make sure that you check in with us, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sounds great. Zita.
Thank you again for letting me share, and also I'm glad to meet Michelle and Susan here. And the way to locate me is I am on Facebook. I am also on Twitter. I am on Instagram. I have my email address as izyiwooha@yahoo.co.uk. It's not co.com, co.uk. And my I'm also in LinkedIn, like I said, and then Facebook as well. But I have a Linktree account as well that has every other social media platforms that I am. I'm also on a podcast, World of Women podcast. If you just put that in and put Zita, I will really pop up. So anyone that is wanting anything in terms of how to support women during pregnancy, childbirth, and after childbirth, please contact me and we can take up from there. Thank you.
I thank you so very much. And like I said this the last time that you were on, and I truly do believe this. Men, yes, it's called World of Women, but you know what? If you get a chance to join one of the shows, it's really a good chance to get in there and meet some of the women who are making a huge difference in the world. It's a very entertaining show, and it's I love being part of it. I love being on it whenever I can stop in, and we're very, very proud that we run it on this channel along with some of our other great shows. So Zita, and tell us one more time about your upcoming event, please.
Yeah, so the event is for helping women, making it happen Monday, August 15th at 5 p.m. from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's all virtual. We have our Eventbrite ticket available right now, and we also have sponsors that we're, looking forward to having more of. So please, whatever you can do to support Zita's Healthy Beginnings, we will really appreciate it. So share with your family, share with your friends, and let's just get together and have some fun.
And Zita, how do they get a hold of you if they want to sponsor this?
Oh, yeah. Well, my email address or even my phone number is 412-926-6662. I know some people like to talk one-on-one, and I would prefer talking one-on-one, to have people connect. That number is available.
Well, that is great. Susan, how do people get a hold of you?
So people can find me on on Facebook. You can find me at Sweet Sheets La La Land.
Sweet Sheets La La Land.
Mm-hmm. That is my page.
And is there let me ask you ladies each this, and Michelle, we'll start with you. This being Memorial Day, do you guys have a special story of somebody in your life that served that you would like to give a special thanks to?
Absolutely. So my father is 89 and he lives with us. I'm actually now a caregiver. And he served in the Korean War. He's a radio operator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Well,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your your service, and I greatly appreciate that.
And thank him. Send our love to him.
I will.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Zita, do you have anybody in particular you would like to give a shout out to?
Well, I have actually worked in a nursing home a few years ago, where I have a bunch of guys who really worked in who really fought in the Korean War, and who were really still full of life. They really put me to shame. And I want to remember them this evening. And I say shout out to them and continue to pray for God's blessings and really good health for them as long as they live.
No, thank you very much for that. Susan, I know that you're up north, but is there any veteran that you would like to give a shout out to today?
I want to say that I don't have anybody in particular, but every day I'm grateful for the people who paved the way for us to have the freedoms that we have.
That's beautifully spoken. Ladies, we're going to play a 25-minute video. I invite you to stay. We're all going to be in the green room for this video. But I invite you to stay. If you guys all have something you've got to do, I would just like to thank you for joining us today, and would love to keep in contact with you. So please, thank you all for joining us. And, let's keep in contact. Good luck with everything that you have going on. And let's make sure that we're taking care of each other so we can take care of everyone else. So, but thank you.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. We've got a recording now, and we're going to go over our limit a little bit, but I couldn't shut off our guests. They were too great. So as far as I'm concerned, Kurt, sorry, bud. Or whichever one you want. But this is a very, very important thing. This is for this weekend. We've got a wonderful program going up here in northern Colorado. It's a group that has just recently joined the Community Pay It Forward fundraising program. It's called the Veteransplaza.org. This is an interview that I did with Mr. Diggs Brown. Love the unique name, Mr. Diggs Brown. And this is all about an event that they've got going here in northern Colorado in Fort Collins this weekend, that you'll see somebody that looks familiar, kind of looks like me, I think. You might be a little skinnier than I am, though. So, but this is an interview I did with Diggs Brown of the Veterans Plaza. Colorado, or NOCO, sorry. So, but again, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me do this. Ah, nope, that ain't gonna work. That was our show from this morning. We don't want to do that because that's like an hour and a half. So we're not going to do that one. That worked really well. I can tell that I'm on top of things now. So let's go back here to the videos and let's try this again. So this now is the interview that I did with Mr. Diggs Brown yesterday. This is about the Veteransplaza coming up this weekend in Fort Collins. Hey everybody, Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward. I'm here with Diggs Brown, the founder of Veteransplaza of Northern Colorado. How you doing, Diggs?
Very well, Zach. Thank you, and thank you for having me on your show.
Hey, it's not a problem. We ran into a very lovely young lady that you have working with you when we were at the event on Sunday for Healing Warriors, and she was telling us what you guys did, and I was enthralled. Why don't you go on ahead and tell the people who are listening what exactly is Veteransplaza?
Well, the Veteransplaza is located in Fort Collins, Colorado. And our mission, we actually have a three-pronged mission, but primarily we started out as people may say a memorial, and that's not the correct term. I'd say it's more of a tribute. We are a location at Spring Canyon Community Park, outdoor amphitheater. And what we do is we pay tribute to the veterans who have served our country, past, present, and into the future. That's the first leg of the three-legged stool. Second leg is we have an educational component where we sponsor, for instance, Teresa Funk, who's an author, and she writes children's books that talk about World War II and service and sacrifice to the country. I'm one of our speakers, and Billy Thorne. We got a couple others. Roger Bolts, who was a POW at the Hanoi Hilton for 6 years during the Vietnam War. And we go and speak at schools, organizations, businesses, whoever wants to hear a story about what it takes to make a difference in the life of your fellow citizen, serving your country's, selfless service and sacrifice. And the third leg of the stool is that we have a financial component where we help veterans in need with things such as buying groceries, car repair, whatever it may be. And we also support other veterans organizations who may be having trouble raising money. We've been around since 2007 and actually got everything rolling in 2011 after we raised the money, $1 million, to build the plaza. And so our mission keeps evolving further and further along. And I think we're a very valuable asset to the veteran community and Northern Colorado.
We're here in Greeley, and my grandfather, his name is on the Greeley Memorial, which is something that every time that I go there, I find his plaque because it means so much to me. My grandfather was in the Pacific during World War II. I also have another grandfather who was in the Otis area, who was a ground medic in France. So I have two grandfathers that were literally in it, and in it heavy. So I love what anybody does when it comes to helping to honor and remember our heroes. What are some of the reactions you get from maybe some of these veterans that might, and this is one of the biggest problems we've been having with lately, maybe some of these veterans who have been having a few, let's say, problems with, mental problems.
Mhm.
And you guys do your thing. You guys showed them respect. What is the reaction you get?
I tell you what, we have out at the plaza, out on location, we have, for instance, two large computer monitors, touchscreen monitors, and one continually scrolls the names of veterans who've been nominated to be listed. And we've got veterans from 1775 all the way to people currently serving on this wall. And they will come out and see their name there, and some break down in tears. But the thing about the plaza, for myself, it's very, very gratifying to be able to go out there any given day and see a veteran with maybe his children or his grandchildren, showing them around, saying, "Look, I'm being recognized for my service to the country." And to your point, on Wednesdays we have a luncheon group, a group of about 13 Vietnam vets who come out and they share lunch out at the plaza, and they talk through their issues. And then at the end of the lunch, they all go to their group therapy over at the vet center. So it's a way to recognize service in these veterans who, for instance, Vietnam vets who really didn't get a thank you and a welcome home. We take care of that. In fact, every other year we have the Traveling Vietnam Wall at the plaza, and that'll be next year. This year we're actually honoring World War II veterans, and I think we're going to have about 30 of them show up. They're becoming rare.
Yes, yeah, that is an unfortunate. That's an unfortunate fact of age, is because the World War II wasn't just a couple years ago anymore. I mean, it's creeping up there on 80 plus years. So you have a wonderful event that Community Pay It Forward is going to be taking a part in coming up this weekend. Why don't you please go on ahead and explain that, because I think this is fantastic.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, every Memorial Day weekend, I should say, we have a ceremony that honors a different generation of veterans. This year, we're honoring our World War II veterans, and everything kicks off basically Thursday evening. The Breakfast Rotary Club is going to have 500 American flags in the field next to the plaza. And so it will be there Thursday night through Monday afternoon. On Saturday, we're having movie night on the lawn. Like I mentioned, we are an outdoor amphitheater. So we're going to show a very, I guess you could say, GP-13 rated, no blood, no guts. But we're going to show the movie The Longest Day as sort of entertainment, but also as an educational component. And it is suitable for all ages because there is no blood and guts and swearing. It's a very classic movie about the D-Day invasion, and that will start at 8:00 p.m. And encourage people to bring a blanket or lawn chairs. We'll have refreshments available out there, and or you can bring your own. The only thing is city parks, so no booze and no smoking. Now on Sunday is our ceremony day, and if people are coming out, I would suggest coming out about 11 o'clock for the ceremony. It actually starts at noon, but you want to park close. And so our ceremony will start at noon. We're going to have a flyover at noon. Of course, we'll raise the colors, and we have a veteran from World War II who's going to speak. Very spry guy that, he's got a story to tell. It's quite fascinating. And then we'll be adding soils to our Victory Garden, which the Victory Garden is the garden in front of the stage where we have over 200 soils from American battlefields, American installations, and American cemeteries from around the world, military cemeteries. So we've got about 30 soils from World War II that we'll be adding. At 1:30, as the ceremony is closed, we have another flyover of vintage World War II aircraft. And then the Wyoming Army National Guard 67th Band is going to be playing, big band is going to be playing the music from the 40s for about an hour. And then we'll have veteran-centric organizations out there with their booths. And of course, you guys are going to be there.
Yep.
So there's something for everybody. There's going to be remote control aircraft, big ones, 12-foot wingspans, B-17 bombers and the like. We're going to have a C-47 fuselage, the old troop transport from the Second World War. We're going to have the fuselage out there. so people can see what it's like to actually ride in one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to have World War II vintage vehicles. There's all sorts of things. There's going to be something for everybody. Food trucks, speakers, good times.
That sounds like so much fun. I am so glad that that we were able to connect. We didn't have a chance to do a lot of talking as preparation. I met Dorothy on Sunday. You and I talked briefly yesterday, and here we are today. We're announcing our wonderful partnership with this, to where now Community Pay It Forward is going to be trying to help raise money for everything that you guys are doing. Personal note, that soil thing that you guys are doing gave me goosebumps. Okay, I love that aspect of it. I think that's a wonderful tribute. I think that is just such a wonderful program. And I know that means so much to so many people who no longer have voices, but knowing that part of what they left behind is here in the States. I think that's a great thing. So, but folks, this is kind of the way it works. I want you to join with Community Pay It Forward, Diggs, and everybody from Veteransplaza, NOCO, by finding this little. You can find it on our website, or you can find it hopefully soon on their website. But you're going to start seeing this. I'm losing my place here, I guess. So that's pretty bad when you're not scripted and you lose your place. So, but you're going to be seeing a lot of these little certificates coming out, because this is how we're going to tell you exactly how this all works. Okay, this is the one for Veteransplaza. You see that little QR code right there on the form itself. That's the code that you can take and donate directly to Veteransplaza. You take and you click on that, and as soon as you click on that, it's going to come to this screen here. This is going to pop up. You're going to see the normally you see the Veteransplaza logo up here. I don't know why it's not doing it. But when you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this link right here, and you click on that link and you go to every single Community Pay It Forward family partner that when you shop with them, they will donate to organizations like Veteransplaza. You can simply take a picture of that receipt, or if you get it emailed, just load it right here to where it says Browse Files. Give us your name if you want to dedicate that receipt and the name of somebody. We give you that opportunity, and your email, so we can confirm with you your choices. But all you got to do is take and do that, and then hit submit. And then whatever these companies have dedicated to giving to us as a referral fee, we turn around 80% and we give it to wonderful organizations like Mr. Brown and the Veteransplaza. So we ask you to please make sure that you start looking for all of these out there. You're going to see a lot of them on our booth on Sunday, and then you'll probably see them start popping up at other events that Mr. Brown and his volunteers have. So just make sure that next time you go shopping, you look for our partners, and you can support, and we can keep the celebration going for our heroes with people like Diggs here. Diggs, this is not the only thing that you guys do.
Well, we have multiple events out of the plaza and support other organizations with their events also. For instance, every year we have a group called the Veterans Charity Ride that comes through starting in Arizona, and they have motorcycles with sidecars for disabled veterans ride in, and they take them up to Sturgis, and they always stop at Veteransplaza. We have a big barbecue for them. We put them in a hotel overnight and send them on their way. We help organizations like Health for Our Heroes and Wounded Warriors. But the thing I want your listeners to understand is we are a nonprofit, and every penny that comes into the Veteransplaza goes to our mission. There's nobody on the board of directors, nobody in the organization taking a salary. We're 100% volunteers. We're about 80% veterans. We have civilians working with us, and everybody's dedicated to this mission of supporting our veterans and their families.
Well, that's fantastic. I really do. I love what you guys are doing. I love what you guys have started, and I love that we're part of this now. Um, why don't we go on ahead and let's just uh, uh, reintroduce what you guys have coming up and give us the hours for everything coming up this weekend.
Okay, first off, I'd like to tell people if they'd like more information to go to our Facebook page, which is Veteransplaza of Northern Colorado. Unfortunately, our webpage is under reconstruction, so
Uh-oh.
bummer there. But anyway, Facebook, the information's there, and it's going to be in the Colorado one on their page and so forth. So basically what we have going on at Spring Canyon Community Park, which is 2626 West Horsetooth Road. So if you're familiar with Fort Collins, you take Horsetooth Road all the way west and it dead ends at the foothills. You pull into the park and we're immediately on your left. We're 3 acres on the left. So basically the Breakfast Rotary Club will have a field of honor of 500 American flags up beginning Thursday. And they'll be there through the end of Monday, Memorial Day, the 30th. On Saturday, we will have our information booth out at the plaza all day, and we'll have tours available. But we'll also, Saturday night at 8 o'clock, have a movie on the lawn. We'll be showing the classic, The Longest Day. Sunday is the big day. Things really start about 10 o'clock in the morning, but if you're coming just for the ceremony, I would say get out there by 11 so you can park close. But the ceremony begins at noon. It will have we actually have 2 stunt planes flying over at noon. We'll have our ceremony. We'll have a vintage World War II aircraft flyover at 1:30. We will have all sorts of displays. I'm sorry, I got lost. There's so much going on. But we'll have a big band. It's the Wyoming Army National Guard Big Band will be playing from 1:30 to 2:30. There'll be vendor-centric booths out there. There will be World War II vehicles out there. There'll be some reenactors. We'll have model aircraft, World War II aircraft, large model aircraft, 12-foot wingspan. The C-47 fuselage, so people can see what those old parachute planes were like back in the day. And our keynote speaker is a World War II vet, and this guy, he's got a lot to talk about. So I hope people come out and hear this story. And then on Monday, we call it a day of solitude at the plaza. We really don't have anything going on. It's just a chance for people to come out and have some quiet time and remember their loved ones who have served in the military. Of course, we'll have our information booth there and tour guides if people would like a tour. So beginning Thursday and ending Monday evening, there's always something to do at the plaza.
This is a weekend of remembrance. This is a weekend to remember those who have not just lost their lives. Let's remember that. There's a lot of people who lost a lot of things going over and serving and coming back, and things were different for them. So it doesn't matter, living or dead. Let's make sure that we do an extra good job this year, and let's reach out to our vet. Reach out to a vet and let them know, hey, you're on our mind. Okay, we all know, every single one of you guys know I'm going to bring this up. We all know that we've got a terrible, terrible suicide situation that's going on in the country, including our veterans. With the numbers being what they are, there is a possibility of losing up to 15,000 of our veterans this year to suicide. We need to, this is one of those organizations that can help us slow that down. Are we ever going to come to an end? Not if we don't try. But what we can do is we can get started. And right now with me is Mr. Diggs Brown of Veteransplaza of NOCO. This is the kind of organization that we're looking to work with because they do such wonderful things to honor our veterans. And once again, you can support Veteransplaza by simply clicking on this little thing right here on your phone. Just hit that QR code add that to your home screen every time you shop. If you hit that with one of our partners, a portion of your proceeds, a portion of your sales can go to Veteransplaza. You don't have to spend any extra money. Please understand this. You make a purchase, you make a donation. That's all it is. We're not going to ask you for extra money. So this is money you've already spent. It's money you're not going to miss, but it's going to do a lot of good. So, Mr. Brown, I want to thank you so much for joining us. This was such a great, this is such a great honor to me because, like I said, this came together rather quickly, and I love being invited to take part in things like this. I truly do enjoy doing everything we can for our veterans, and this gives us a chance to really go out there and meet some great people. And I'll tell you this: if you got, I'm looking for this. There's a young man who goes to the PAM Vet breakfasts with healing or with veterans honoring veterans, who was in 3 of the conflicts. I believe he was in 3 of the conflicts. And this guy, he was in World War II, Korea, and I think the tail end of, or the very beginning of Vietnam. But this old man is just spry, and he moves around better than I do. And he's 99 years old. So I know that through our friends from Veterans Honoring Veterans, I get to go to PAM Vet every once in a while and get to meet them. So I know that I'm looking forward to meeting some more of our heroes and making sure that we get to do this last thing with not this last thing, but this for them.
Absolutely. And one of the things I'd like to add, and speak of the World War II veterans who we are honoring this year, if you're coming and you have a World War II veteran in your family, you have a photo, please bring that with you, because at one point during the ceremony, we're going to ask you to hold up that photo and recognize that veteran who served, selflessly served. And the other thing about our World War II generation, the greatest generation, is the sacrifices were not only made on the battlefield, the families at home, having their loved ones gone for 4 or 5 years, rationing, doing whatever they could. It's probably the last time our country has ever been that united in a common cause. And that you just cannot thank that generation enough.
You truly can. And if you really think about it, when like you put it, this was the last time we as a country we were together. And unfortunately, most of us were not even there. We've never seen a country like that, which is one of the reasons why, with your help, anybody who's out there listening, with the help of Mr. Brown and his organization, with the help of everyone else that we work with, we can get back there. All we got to do is remember one thing, okay? There's one race in this world, and that's the human race.
Yes.
To make sure we start taking care of each other again. So, Diggs, I want to thank you again for joining us for this pACT show. This is our we're recording this on I guess it is Tuesdays. I was like, for some reason, I was slipping back to Monday. I claim head injury quite often, but see, the truth is, I wasn't that smart to begin with, so
Come on.
head injury is just the only part of my problem. But I want to thank you so much for what you're doing. I want to thank you so much for the invitation to come and join you, and I also want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing us to be part of what you guys are doing. And I really hope that this is a long, prosperous, successful partnership that we're going to have, where we get to honor everyone who deserves to be honored. And who is that everyone? Anyone who ever wore the fatigues. They deserve to be told thank you. So, but thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Zach. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. Remember, come out and join us this weekend. You are going to see this recording quite often for the next couple of days. You're going to see it throughout the weekend because there's stuff going on all weekend long. So make sure if you're in the Fort Collins area, you come on up to the park. Can you give us the name of that park one more time, please?
It's Spring Canyon Community Park. The address is 2626 West Horsetooth Road. Basically, take Horsetooth Road as far west as you can go. It dead ends right at the park.
And if your GPS is telling you to hop on Horsetooth or hop on what's that oh God, what's the road? Harmony, right? No. Is it Harmony south of there?
Yes, it is. The problem with GPSs, might as well tell people this now. Sometimes if you put in west, abbreviated W, Horsetooth Road, GPSs take you to the east side of town. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, you know what it did to us? It took us up on close to Horsetooth Mountain.
Oh man.
So yeah, my fiance, my father, and I this last weekend we're like going, there's nothing going on up here.
Oh man. Yeah, just remember the end of Horsetooth Road. Just get on Horsetooth, go west, and we're right there where it stops.
And what we're going to do is we're going to link the map to where you can take and pull up this video and hit that link and put it in your GPS and it'll take you right to it. So once again, Mr. Brown, thank you so very much for joining us. Congratulations on everything that you're doing. What a wonderful, wonderful program. I wish you all the best. And I look forward to meeting you on maybe Saturday, but definitely Sunday.
Thank you, Zach. And thank you to your listeners.
Thank you, sir. I want to thank once again every guest that I had tonight. You guys did fantastic. I want to thank Mr. Diggs Brown for joining us yesterday on that pre-recorded video for the Veteransplaza NOCO. Please remember, if you are in the Fort Collins area, Fort Collins, Colorado area this weekend, go on up. It sounds like it's going to be a fantastic show. Fantastic things going on. Plus, you know, what's better than watching a movie in the park? Not much. There's really not much. I love doing stuff like that. Once again, I also want to thank our fantastic guests that we've had. Everyone from Zita with Zita's Healthy Beginnings. She's got a wonderful, wonderful program going, and she could really, really use your help. So please make sure that you support her. Once again, if you're looking for it, let me see if I've even still got it pulled up, which, you know, chances are I don't, but well, I don't. So here, play with me for a second. Just a little bit of a programming note. We are going to be giving you the MKE Now Live recording as soon as we can get it. Transfer, or as soon as we can get it converted to an MP4, we're going to be playing that. So please understand it's going to be coming up here shortly. You can support Zita by simply viewing this form and going to the QR code. Go to that QR code. You're going to find all the lists of all the partners, every partner that we have. With the exception of the 3 new ones today, because we just haven't had time to put them in there yet. But tomorrow they'll be in there as well. But go in there and you're going to be able to find any of our partners. Shop with those partners and upload the receipt. It's as simple as that. Then you put your name, your email, your phone number. And if you'd like to dedicate that donation to somebody in particular, you can do it right there, right then, right there. So it's very easy, simple process. Scan, shop, upload, send. That's it. All right. No additional money, no additional effort. Very easy, very simple. You're helping the economy, and you're helping your family or your employee, your employer, whatever, and you're helping somebody else with life critical or with needs in the community that can really use your help. I also want to thank Susan Yolowinsky for joining us from Sweet Sheets once again. I want to thank them very, very much because they've given us our own little code right there, sweetsheets.com /CD2C shop. That is CD2C shop. And what that stands for is Care Do. Let me try this in English because that's my preferred language and everything. Community Dare to Care shop is what that is. And as you can see, Community Dare to Care shop is what it's called. So please make sure that you stop by and you Dare to Care Shop. Yep, that's exactly it. So, or it's community today. I'm just going to make up stuff from now on. So, but anyway, so thank you to Sweet Sheets. Thank you to Susan for joining us. And then just remember, everybody that was here is here to tell us about some great things that they're doing. Our first guest that you got to meet tonight wanted us to give you this wonderful offer, and we'd like to add that now. If you join her event that she's got coming up, she's going to be sending us the Linkbrite or the Eventbrite link, and if you use the code PAYITFORWARD, you can get 20% off her class that she's showing. So this is something that is fantastic, because Michelle Sugiyama is offering you to find out what she does, and she's offering you a little bit of extra incentive to come and watch and participate, learn how to eat right. Let's get ourselves healthy. As we get ourselves healthy, we can get the economy healthy. We can help other people. We can work this all out. Folks, my name is Zach Clayton. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, bet you did. Once again, we are going to have MKE now. It is going to be recorded, and it's going to be coming up here shortly after they get finished. We decided that we didn't want to barge in the middle of the show, so we're going to go on ahead and we're going to convert the recording, and we're going to play it as soon as they get finished there. But my name is Zach Clayton, the founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care. Make sure this right here is your new best friend. This is the Community Dare to Care shop. That is our dollar store that cares a whole lot more. I just love it. And then, but there's more than the dollar store. There's also our wonderful friends from Sweet Sheets. Pampered Chef is going to be on there. Detox, wonderful, wonderful plates, bowls that are disposable, but not throwing your trash disposable. You use them, you dispose them into your garden because they're biodegradable. All they are is fig leaf that's dried and formed. No chemicals used, nothing. So it's just biodegradable. Wonderful things. They really class up any barbecue or family get together. I know that we are talking about ordering a whole bunch for our wedding, just because they're kind of a neat look. They look really cool. Plus, better than paper and plastic. Which ruining a lot of beauty. And InPhone is also on there. We are going to be adding more people as this come, because the Community Dare to Care shop is your all-in-one. We're going to have everything that you need right there. With the addition of all of our partners, every day you're going to be able to come to communitypayitforward.us. You're going to be able to find a partner. You're going to be able to fulfill a need in your life and help support somebody in the recovery of theirs. Once again, my name is Zach Clayton. I'm president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and pACT, the Podcasting for All Coming Together channel. Please remember that we are looking for hosts for new shows, like our buddy Corinder over in the UK, starting on the 6th at 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 Mountain, which is 2 p.m. We found this out today, 2 p.m. in Britain, where Corinder's at. He is going to be hosting his inaugural show. So please join him on the 6th at 7 or 9 East, 7 Mountain. I know what I'm saying. Honest to God, I do. Maybe not, but I'm going to try to make it. If you would like a show, contact us. That's all you got to do. 970-909-0751, 970-909-0751. Please love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. Folks, nobody has to go alone when we all come together. Don't play around with clothes that don't fit. Find somebody that they'll fit into. All the elements will do damage to anybody, no matter who it is. Hunger kills. So if you can help somebody by giving them a little extra food, let's do it. Doesn't hurt. All it does is help. So let's make sure that we're taking care of each other. We will see you back here next week with Community Pay It Forward sponsoring pACT Podcast.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home. Out alone, show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.